I'm Andrew Phillips. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a product review, and the product review is going to be on this striped gremlin puppet made by Trick or Treat Studios. If you've been watching my channel for some time, you may have seen the other ones I've done here on the Evil Gremlin and also on the Gizmo puppet. These are also by Trick or Treat Studios. I'll have links for those across the top. Also, if interested, I'll have the links down in the description of this video if you want to see those full product reviews for them. But today we're going to be focusing here on Stripe himself. Let's go ahead and get started. Now this cool puppet is very well detailed, very detailed in the scaling and the accuracy of it. It was made by famous Hollywood artist and creature creator Russ Lukich, is I believe how you pronounce it. But he's known for a lot of movies he's been involved with, which include Hellboy, also Jurassic Park 3. He did some of the creature creating and special effects for that. Now he was hired by Trick or Treat Studios, and these are officially licensed by Warner Brothers. But what he used was some of the original molds, I believe, of the original Stripe puppet used in the movie as reference when he sculpted these. So they're very well detailed. Like I said, they are scaled. Not 100% accurate. We'll talk about a little bit of some of those areas where it's not 100% in a few minutes. But let me get a close-up so you can see this puppet up close and see the detailing that we're talking about. As we look here at the front of this puppet, the face is very well sculpted, as you can see. However, if you compare it to the one used in the movie, the ears do appear a little bit bigger. Now, some of it is because the one in the movie, the ears were swept back a little bit more, where these are directly just straight out, which gives that illusion. Now, here's some images of the one that was used in the movie, so you can see as a comparison. Also, it looked like the skin might have been a little bit darker of a green, but then again, it could also be the lighting. And as mentioned already with the ears and some of the other things, take a look. But outside of those issues, this is an excellent puppet, full scale, as we've already talked about, highly recommended. You'll also notice here on the head, the hair on this just kind of lays kind of slicked back, where the one in the movie was a little more upright. You can always change that by maybe putting a little bit of mousse or hairspray if you really wanted to style it. Now when you get it, sometimes the hair kind of looks like that and just kind of separate it out, so you just have to kind of flip it back and kind of style it better to have it more of a mohawk going back. Coming along the front here, you can see the detailing, just the detail in the spray and just the texture and how accurate that looks. As we come down, you can see kind of those scales there on his thighs. The claws are actually well detailed as well on the feet and the hands. And we'll look on the back here, and I'll show you some things with the back as well. We can see here the bottoms of the feet, very well detailed, as they are also with the Evil Gremlin puppet as well. Very well done. You can see kind of the dew claw or whatever that is here. You have going along the back, as we come up slowly there, you can see kind of like some horns and scales there, very well detailed and painted. And then you've got the opening here in the very back, and I'll show you that. And this is where pretty much it opens up, where you can put your hand in to control the mouth. We'll show that in a minute. And he's filled with foam. Pretty much the entire body is filled with foam, and they have it cut. Now on this particular one that I got, the foam is a little bit too tight, and I'll show you what I'm talking about, because on the other gremlin puppet I have, the Evil Gremlin, they gave more access for the hand. This one I'm going to have to cut some of the foam out, but let me get a close-up and I'll show you. This is normally where your hand would go through, and you can see the foam is blocking all of that. Very tight access, so I'm going to have to cut that out in order to get my hand all the way up in there. Let me show you on the other gremlin puppet I have how it should look. If I open this up, we open this up, you can see the opening right there. That's where your hand can slide into the mouth. The other one's blocked, so I'm going to have to kind of carve that out a little bit so we can get our hand up in there and show him in action. And then also right here, you can see the backs of the ears, very well detailed. The paint job on this thing is very well done. Very well done on that. As you see the face here on the stripe gremlin and compare it to the face on the evil gremlin, you can definitely see the difference. There are a lot of similarities, but you can definitely tell that these are different creatures, different puppets. The eyes are different as well, the mouth. Definitely recommended if you are a kind of 80s movie collector or just big into Gremlins or Spielberg type movies, things like that. Definitely recommend getting the whole collection. Very cool pieces to put around if you have a collection room or a movie room. Awesome talking pieces, as we've already seen. These are full, operational puppets with the mouth. I mean, the arms are a little bit flexible too. It has some metal in there where you can bend it as well, but it's not as flexible, mainly just in the mouth. But definitely very cool, as you can see here. You won't regret it if you wind up getting the whole set. Just some cool stuff. Now this puppet's pretty big. From the feet to the top of the head, you're looking at about 28 inches and about 24 inches wide, about a 10-inch depth going this way. It's pretty solid. As we saw, he's filled with foam. So this is very solid right here. Arms, legs, everything is pretty good. So he's pretty cool. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to clear out some of the foam, and then we'll be back to actually put our hand in there, move him around a little bit, and see how flexible the movement is in the mouth and all that. This was the piece of foam that was blocking it. Kind of a rounded piece. Looks like when they filled it, they didn't clear it. So now I've got that opening where I can get my hand all the way in. So I'm going to go ahead and get him in position, and we'll check him out. All right. Okay, so we have him all geared up here. It's a little bit of a tight fit, a little tighter than the other one, but because each one of these is different, so it looks, because there's a wire support that goes through across the ears that you can bend if you want to shape the ears a little bit. And right now that bar is hitting the top of my hand. On the other one, it didn't do that, but the latex is very flexible, but you can see his mouth opens well. The other one, the evil gremlin, the mouth opens a little bit more than this one, where this one's a little tighter here because it is supposed to be more like Stripe. And in the movie, Stripe had a little bit of a different face, had more of the horns across here and along here. But it's very cool. He moves well and very flexible. I'll get a close-up. His mouth is very detailed. And if you've seen some of the other reviews, you'll know that I used to work for Warner Brothers years ago, and I actually had a gremlin on my desk. But it was taken off of the mold from part 2, Gremlins 2, which I didn't care for them too much. I like the original ones better. So Gremlins have always had a special place in my heart. I've always wanted them. So when the opportunity came, a friend of mine who has a company called Unusual Company, I'll have a link down in the description. Also put the information along the bottom. But I bought these through him because he's in contact with Trick or Treat Studios. He has an agreement where he sells them as well. So if interested, you can check them out there as well. But when the opportunity came up and he mentioned to me that he had them, I jumped on it because I always loved that movie. So I have Gizmo, the Evil Gremlin, now Stripe. I also have this Stripe Mogwai that I'll be doing a product review in the near future for that as well. But the only regret that I have is I wish that they would have put glass eyes in instead of just painting the latex eyes. And I don't know, maybe at a later date I might cut them out and put the real looking eyes in there. But very, very cool stuff. Very well made, as we saw. So this wraps up this product review on this item. And on a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to give it a 10. I think that this is a very well-made puppet. Like I mentioned before, they use the original molds as reference, so the detail is amazing, very well painted. The latex is very flexible. As you can see, you can move them around very well. Wasn't too happy with the foam kind of blocking, so like as we saw, I had to remove a piece, but not a big deal. But overall, I love it. So these are going on display in my my movie room eventually once that's finished. But scale of 1 to 10, definitely a 10. Highly recommend it. The price on these varies depending on where you get it from. I believe they're anywhere from $179 to $200 up until $300, depending on the seller. So you have to shop around, and you can probably find a good deal on that. But that wraps up this product review. I hope that this was informative for you. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions or comments, please send them in. I would love to hear from you. As always, I appreciate all the support. Please like this video, subscribe to my channel. I'll see you next time.